another big crowd here at Rupp Arena gets set to welcome the high-octane Virginia Tech Hokies. Holiday Hoops presented by Zales, and a holiday season, a chance for family to get together. These two guys are first cousins, have never played against each other in a competitive game before today, so a little something extra in this matchup here in Lexington. For Kentucky, their one loss was to Kansas. Otherwise, their best wins over the likes of Vermont, Harvard. It's going to get tough after this game. UCLA in New Orleans, Louisville here, then into conference play against Georgia, then a road game at LSU, then Tennessee, another ranked team. The Vols are off to a great start this year, and then, of course, a very tough game here against Texas A&M. That's a lot coming up. Dan Schulman to Dick Vitale. So today is the start of a period this season where we're all going to find out a lot more about the Cats.
Well, we're going to find out a lot more about it because really, no longer is it going to be Troy, East Tennessee State, and Monmouth. It's going to be legit elite Power 5 conference teams. So how good is Kentucky? We don't know. We're going to find out a little bit more here today. They have talent. Will they blend together? They played one legitimate team in terms of when you talk about basketball. Kansas came up a little bit short. They're young. I can understand what John Calipari did in his planning because they're the youngest team you could ever see in a Power 5 conference.
And they will face a team that can really light it up offensively.
Well, hey, Dan, how good can they shoot it? 47% from the three. Many teams can't shoot that in practice with no one guarding them, and they average 96.2. They have not played the elite either, but they do have wins over Washington, Iowa, and certainly played well in those games. They beat Mississippi on the road.
Yep. Their only loss to St. Louis, but otherwise scoring 90, 100, 105 against the Citadel. They scored 132 points. Here's the starting five, led by Justin Robinson at the point. It's a small team. Blackshear is the only player from Virginia Tech that you'll see today who's over 6'6". Meanwhile, Kentucky has a ton of length, a ton of size. As we check out the Wildcats starting lineup, 5 freshmen. Gilgeous Alexander gets the start at the point. Quade Green got poked in the eye against Monmouth last week. He's got a pair of goggles on. He is expected to play, but he won't start in this game.
Big question for Virginia Tech. Can they rebound with Kentucky? Kentucky is dominant on the offensive glass. Can they rebound there is going to be a big question mark.
Great atmosphere here at Rupp Arena. Great officiating crew. Tony Green, Don Daly, Jamie Lucky. And we are ready for what should be a good one here on this Saturday afternoon.
One of the favorite places to come to do a game. These people are so passionate. It's unbelievable. The spirit from the moment you come in a lobby at a Hyatt is incredible.
So the cousins do not start out on one another. They don't figure to cover each other all that much, although they could switch on to each other. But Gilgeous Alexander, the point guard for Kentucky, and Alexander Walker is more of a wing player for Virginia Tech.
Well, Gilgeous Alexander's been having a good year in terms of scoring, shooting the ball, turning it over a little bit too much, though.
Had a really good game against Monmouth. Justin Robinson inside, can't get the reverse.
Made a real great drive, just didn't convert.
Gilgeous Alexander, tough one with the left hand, and Blackshear down with a rebound. Both teams want to play fast. Dickie V, you better get ready to put it into an extra gear here today.
Well, run, baby, run. Right there, you see Virginia Tech, high-powered offense. Buzz Williams has done a terrific job since arriving there. His second year there, they made one of the great leaps in the ACC. 3 wins the first year, 10 the second.
In league play. And then last year into the NCAA tournament for the first time in 10 years. And I think just about everybody feels this is a tournament caliber team this year. And if they can win this one, they probably get ranked after this year.
He's had a lot of success here now. 2013, he beat Davidson and he beat Butler while at Marquette. It was the last game coached by Brad Stevens in college.
Nearly a Kentucky turnover. And Richards, there was the turnover. They looked out of sync from the moment they inbounded the ball there.
See, Dan, I think tempo is going to be important in this game. And I think it's going to be vital for Kentucky to try to control tempo. Run, yes, opportunities there, but I would control tempo a little bit against this team.
Nobody on this Virginia Tech team has ever played here at Rupp Arena. In fact, it's the first time Virginia Tech as a program has ever played here. There's a rejection by Richards, but the Hokies do have a number of key veterans, juniors and seniors, and another Kentucky turnover as Diallo stepped out of bounds.
Diallo's really an incredible athlete. You talk about a high wire guy, with a lot of potential. If I were Diallo, I would lock myself in the gym and work on my shot every day for hours and hours, because he will break a bank if he can make the jump shot.
And here's Quade Green. You can see the goggles that he's got on. That's as a result of that eye injury that he suffered in the Monmouth game last week. So they're taking precautions, but apparently he's checked out okay, and they feel he's going to be able to play as much as they need him to here in this game.
Well, you don't know psychologically how much those glasses bother you mentally.
Robinson swings at Alexander Walker, the extra pass, and Justin Bibbs buries the three. Bibbs is a 48% shooter from three-point range on the season. A little pressure now from the Hokies.
So one thing they did really nice there, and he really keys himself on that Buzz Williams. They reversed the ball, had great ball movement, and gets a wide open shot.
So a good start on the road here for Virginia Tech, up 5-0, 2 minutes in. Baseline, Diallo switches hands, no. Follow, no. And a foul underneath against the Hokies.
Great job of reversing the basketball here. Swinging it side to side for the open shot. He told me today the key is we want to get good shots. We don't want challenge shots. We don't want their length and their athleticism to create a scenario where we take bad shots.
Chris Clark into the game and now for Virginia Tech as Alexander Walker goes to the bench. Clark, a really versatile guy, good energy, good rebounder, good passer, and his shot much better than it was last year.
Well, he was big in that win against Mississippi. He had a double-double, 16 and 13. Andy Kennedy was really filled with praise about their point guard Robinson.
Clark wearing a big brace on his left knee, suffered a torn ACL in February, and week by week still getting back closer to 100%. As he comes to terms, gets stronger after that injury. And there's an example of that rebounding ability.
Green misses that shot. He's their best long-range shooter. That's not a strong suit for Kentucky.
Robinson too strong on the floater. And down with the rebound, Kevin Knox, who would love to bounce back from what was a rough outing for him. They played well against Monmouth, but Knox went 1 for 9 and had 7 turnovers. And arguably, at times, he's their best player.
He can really be terrific. They're trying to get him to drive the basketball more and not look for the perimeter jump shot so often. I like the rhythm that Virginia Tech has right now early in this game. They got a little swag to them, too.
Blackshear for 3. They've got a couple of good open looks to extend this early 5-point lead. Kentucky, they turn it over again. Clark, 1-on-2.
Terrible play there. No play. No play. Try to force, create something that wasn't available.
So Virginia Tech hands it right back to Kentucky. Nickeil Alexander-Walker has returned. Blackshear goes to the bench, and now they're really small. Nobody on the court for Virginia Tech is over 6'6".
So you got speed against power.
Yep.
Quickness versus power. Trap the basketball and make these guys. Oh, nice play. Great play.
When in doubt, lob it up if you're Kentucky, and Knox finds Richards.
Nice pass by Knox. Got it to the big guy, Richards. You want no full-court pressure here. See, that's no theory. They press you, we press them.
And a turnover. Knox is fouled before the shot, but that pressure from Kentucky pays instant dividends.
Well, I really believe, and I told this to John after the Kansas game, I believe his team has the makeup of being a good full-court pressure team. Very athletic. You got a rim protector in Richards, and you got athletes who can come after the basketball. He entertained us today, didn't he?
He is always entertaining.
Oh, is he entertaining today?
Green. Yes, Kentucky back within 1.
Nice drive, clear out on the left side. See, going a little pressure here. They got a lot of size up there on that ball.
Bibbs gets it over. Everybody for Virginia Tech will shoot the 3. Robinson with a miss.
You can take one thing to the bank right today. They're not shooting 47% from 3 here today.
Diallo knocks down a 3, and it's a 7-0 run for the Cats.
I'll tell you one thing. He makes shots. His bank account's going to go ding-a-ling-ding. Oh, the Cats fans love it. They love it.
And Calipari himself comes up with a loose ball as the Hokies turn it over again.
Well, no turnovers here. And not Apple turnovers. I love Apple turnovers.
Virginia Tech looked really good the first couple of possessions, but ever since Kentucky stepped up the defensive pressure, this game has turned.
Also, since they brought in Green. Green gives them a little more stability at that point.
Richards the handoff. Knocks a step back 3. And the long rebound down to Green. Lob it up, and the finish for Richards.
Smart play. I think we're going to see a lot of lobs here today. That size differential is major.
And it'll stay with Virginia Tech when we come back. It started all Hokies. It's been all Cats since.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Zales. 'Tis the season to save and sparkle more than ever. And Land Rover, above and beyond.
This is the SEC on ESPN. Welcome back to the Rupp Arena here in Lexington with Dick Vitale. I'm Dan Schulman, and a 5-0 start for Virginia Tech, a 9-0 run for Kentucky since, forcing 3 turnovers. And after the Wildcats missed their first 5 shots, they've made 4 of 5 since.
I'll tell you one thing, John Calipari's team also is very effective when they go to the zone defense. He doesn't like the zone that much because he wants more accountability in guarding people. I like what our guy Jay said. You know, you have accountability in the zone. You got to guard people in your area of the floor. Principles exist out of the man-to-man, and principles exist, certainly zone principles, out of the man-to-man defense would help defense.
Harry Blackshear Jr. on the bench. He's picked up 1 early foul. Again, he's their big man, so they are really small right now, but they can really shoot. That's Ahmed Hill, who's at an even 50% on the season from three-point range to bring the Hokies back within 1.
And what makes them dangerous, they get so many guys that can shoot it. It's not like you can really concentrate on 1 or 2 guys.
Richards fading away on that jump hook.
It's obvious they want to go inside, but Richards take advantage of his size. See, with the 3-point shot, man, you could be in a little bit of a hole and get back quickly.
Yeah. They take a lot and they make a lot. Average better than 10 made threes per game. They've had as many as 16 in a game this year. That pass through a couple of sets of hands and another Hokies turnover. Well, 'tis the season. Holiday Hoops are back, and we'll have a great matchup for you tomorrow afternoon on ESPN. It'll be number 7 North Carolina and number 20 Tennessee in Knoxville, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific on ESPN, and the ESPN app should be a good one.
Should be a real good one. Rick Barnes has got a club that's really improved from last year. I saw them at one of their games out there in the Bahamas. Very athletic. Kim Williams inside is a dangerous threat.
SEC, a good-looking league as Gilgeous-Alexander knocks down the 3. You got Kentucky, you got Florida, you got Alabama, you got A&M, you got Missouri, you got Tennessee. You got a lot of real quality teams.
Well, that's why the conference, the rating in the conference has gone way, way up in my eyes.
Georgia's a tough team. There are not very many easy ones in the SEC this year. Bibbs with a shot fake, gets inside the kick. Hill from the other corner. And Alexander Walker down with a rebound. Will bring it back out for the Hokies.
Nice rebound right there by Alexander Walker. Keel. Shea.
Justin Robinson for 3.
I'll tell you one thing, man. They square their body really well, and they shoot the 3 with a lot of confidence. I'd shoot with confidence, too, if I made 47% of it.
Number 2 in the nation in three-point percentage, behind only Evansville.
Purple Aces.
Knox. Nicely done. That's a pro move right there.
They got to get him more inside, get him more down in the post area, utilize some of the skills down there rather than just drift to the perimeter.
And then Gabriel into the game for Kentucky. Sasha Kalia-Jones as well. Nickeil Alexander-Walker gets into the paint. Left hand, got it to go.
Nice little drive right there. He and his cousin said they played hundreds of times against each other, one-on-one. They love each other.
Alexander Walker, a freshman from Toronto. Gilgeous-Alexander, a freshman from Hamilton, Ontario, about 40 years away. The same year, both freshmen. And for the last 2 years, both went to a high school together in Chattanooga, Tennessee, played together for a couple of years. They're cousins who feel like they're brothers. But again, this is the first game they've ever played against one another, other than going at it one-on-one in the driveway. You took a picture with them before the game, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Gilgeous-Alexander's father was his coached both of them. He is the brother of his sister. His sister is...
Nickeil's mom and Shea's dad are brother and sister.
Sisters, yep.
Alexander Walker heading to the bench.
2 really nice kids, talking to them before the game.
And they decided while they were in high school that it was best for them to go to separate schools, to forge their own path rather than play together as teammates.
poor job on inbounding the basketball.
Hill got a chance for three. What an athletic finish there for Ahmed Hill.
Yeah, Hill with a tremendous move. Protected the ball really well. Watch this guy in break. He's going to seal off the defense. Look at him there. Wow. Flying through the sky, baby. I'm going to tell you, this Virginia Tech team is going to be something to watch in the ACC. You know, Duke, obviously, Duke offensively got to get stronger defensively. North Carolina's way better than people believe. And I'm telling you, Florida State. Watch Florida State. Leonard Hamilton has done a terrific job after losing those guys to the NBA.
This Virginia Tech team, they're deep. They've got 10 players. They can all shoot. They're athletic. They're fast as they drop into a zone now for the first time today.
Yeah, they're going to zone, trying to close off the interior.
And the turnaround will go for P.J. Washington, the freshman out of Dallas.
See what they're doing. Kentucky's game plan is pounded inside. Take advantage of size. We got size, we got athletes. Washington lost 17 pounds in the last 3 weeks.
Crazy.
Unbelievable.
Maybe he can tell us how to do it.
Well, it's a run.
Stuff to do at holiday time.
Running program. And not eat like we did last night with the ravioli, the macaroni.
Beautiful feed from Chris Clark into Justin Robinson. Clark, maybe their best passer, averaging 3.5 assists per game as a wing guy coming off the bench.
I can tell you already right now, this is a very good Virginia Tech team. I mean, you'd have to be a genius to see that this team is going to win a lot of games.
And there doesn't appear to be any awe or intimidation about playing in a building like this for the first time in their careers. None of them have ever played here before. But again, a lot of experience on this team. Robinson, though, a little out of control and called for a travel. Got a good one going here, but they're up on the road. The Hokies with a 2-point lead. Hokies up 2 on the Cats in the early going here, but up. Holiday Hoops presented by Zales. As mentioned, Virginia Tech went to the NCAA tournament last year. If they go this year, it would be 2 in a row for the first time in over 30 years. How much has changed in 30 years? We'll look at how the prices have changed on eggs and gas. Top Gun, the best movie, the best album from the great Whitney Houston, and the championship teams back in '86. The Mets, the Chicago Bears, the Boston Celtics. You looked exactly the same though in 1986. You were bald in '86, weren't you?
I was bald in like '66. And I'll tell you one thing, Virginia Tech, Buzz Williams has done a terrific job there. He really's got them excited about basketball. He was with Tom Crean at Marquette. What a combination they were.
And started off 1 year the head coach for New Orleans, then 6 years at Marquette, now his 4th year in Blacksburg. And as you said, this is the kind of team they're going to beat some really good teams this year. This is not a team to be taken lightly, no matter who they're playing or where they're playing.
I'll tell you one thing, I'll be shocked if they're put in a big dance this year. It's hard to believe there'll be many more teams better than them. They got good personnel, they're well coached.
Gilgeous Alexander back into the point for UK, guarded by Robinson.
Trying to match up, get some help on the inside. Kentucky not a good long-range shooting team. They got to drive the basketball. They're going to pound it, utilize their post offense.
They take a lower percentage of threes than any team in Division I. That's a long 2 right there for Diallo. 22% of their field goal attempts are threes. That's 351st out of 351 Division I teams. Blackshear fouled on the inside.
And they also rebound. I saw a stat that blew me away. 41% of them missed shots. Offensively, so efficient on the glass. This guy can coach. Anybody has any doubt about him coaching, come one time and watch a practice session. I mean, he coaches right now like he hasn't won a game yet on a collegiate level.
And he talks about this group. He's always had a lot of young players, but he's always had 1 or 2 juniors or seniors, older players. He doesn't have that this year. The most experience he has is a couple of freshmen who played a little bit last year. Kalia Jones, Gabriel, Wynyard. So he says when this team gets fatigued or when they get a little bit scattered, they fall back into their old habits. And there's nobody there on the floor to really rally them. So, I mean, he's coaching as much as he's ever coached. But he knows the deal. I mean, this is what he needs to do to get the kind of talent that he wants to get.
That's been certainly a concern of his, the fact how young they are, and that was the reason he went to the plan of what he did schedule-wise.
Yeah, a lot of home games. They haven't played a true road game yet. They won't until they get into conference play.
They got dates coming up, though, when you think about UCLA and Louisville. Louisville had a nice win today over Tommy Smith, Memphis.
Ball pressure there by Robinson. Knox misses the three.
They'll make them do that.
Yes.
Buzz Williams will make them shoot the three.
They'll be thrilled if they sit out there shooting threes. On the other hand, John Calipari does not want to see open looks from three for Virginia Tech. Their defensive motto today is make them take tough twos. Here's another one. Diallo will miss a three. Knox with a follow, no. Hokies ball.
See what happens with a kid like Knox. He goes 1 for 9 the last game. Running a walk there.
Boy, good effort by Diallo. He just takes it away. Knox somehow keeps possession and stays in bounds.
Oh, right down the defense. Good cut.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a lay-in.
Nice cut without the ball.
And then Richards had his back turned to the play and commits the foul.
Well, poor job by Kentucky in defensive transition. I was saying the point about Knox. He goes 1 for 9, so now he wants to prove he still can shoot the three. And rather than go inside and utilize his size advantage and his multi-skills. Right down the gut.
Nice feed by Washington.
Good pass by Washington with a great cut. You don't see kids move without the ball efficiently like we just saw right there.
But then, you know, because it was the point guard getting the layup, they didn't have any floor balance. Nobody was back, and Clark just beat everybody down the floor. Clark, a guy, again, comes off the bench, does so many things with this Virginia Tech team. Coming off an 18-point game last week against Maryland Eastern Shore. And I know what you're going to say. Danny, this is not Maryland Eastern Shore. Knocked down all three of his threes.
Well, you're right. It's not Maryland Eastern Shore. As they try to match up.
Buzz Williams wanted to give Kentucky a number of different looks today. Nice entry feed, and laying it in is Richards.
Yeah, Richards can really have a big game here. They got no inside presence to really challenge him.
Alexander Walker spinning out of control, turns it over. And Diallo gets grabbed, and that'll be a flagrant one on Robinson. That's going to be 2 in the ball. Just reached out and grabbed his jersey instead of giving him the layup. Not a heady play for a guy who's been around. He's a junior.
I'll tell you one thing, though. Can he explode? Watch this. Look at that bounce. There are many guys at the collegiate level, maybe even the NBA, that get that kind of bounce. Look at this here. Wow.
Well, Don Daly, one of the officials, coming over and just confirming a flagrant one. That used to be known. There's no such thing actually anymore as an intentional foul in college basketball. It's all been called either flagrant 1 or flagrant 2. So that's a flagrant 1, which means 2 in the ball.
Well, you know what I really like? The way you demonstrated sitting next to me. He misses the free throw. I mean, I think you look great in that striped shirt. We got to get you out there. Get my goddamn shirt on the floor.
Hey, I don't have the foot speed, man.
I don't think
I'm good right here.
I don't think you like the check there versus the check you're getting here.
Buzz Williams getting the explanation. Diallo makes 1 of 2, and now Kentucky will retain possession.
He had a nice homecoming over Madison Square Garden in Mecca. Comes out of Queens, New York, had 23 points, shot 8 for 13. It's Monmouth. But that's not a Monmouth team that was really tough as heck the last couple of years. King Rice lost some key players.
And Kentucky's beaten the likes of Vermont, Harvard, Monmouth. Their only loss to Kansas. Virginia Tech's only loss to St. Louis. And that came up in New York.
That's a Kentucky guy. Travis Ford, the coach.
Gabriel from the corner knocks down the three.
That's big. Get any kind of help from a veteran player like Gabriel.
Kentucky's made 3 threes in this game, same as Virginia Tech. On the season, Virginia Tech makes more than 10. Kentucky makes about 4.5. Richards out and Knox back in. And this pressure again, this stymied the Hokies for a few possessions earlier in the half.
There's a full-court zone pressure.
Robinson inside, nobody there to stop the ball.
Tell you one thing, Robinson, very heady player, spotted a gap, attacked the gap off the bounce.
The junior from Manassas, Virginia, down to the rebound, Devin Wilson, and he turns it over. Diallo called for the offensive foul.
Diallo does a great job with the steal, but he's out of control, up in the air. And you're absolutely up in the air like that, you're going to get yourself in a charged situation.
And I'll tell you, I'm sure Diallo's got a great future as a basketball player, but he looks like he could be a great wide receiver or defensive back. So clearly outside the arc, the crowd, which is obviously looking at this through a Kentucky lens, they felt that the defender Wilson was still moving.
I'll tell you one thing. A lot of NFL teams check out kids on a collegiate level.
Yeah.
There have been a lot of guys that have made that transition.
Well, one of them, Devin Wilson for Virginia Tech, spent last year playing for the football team.
Wide receiver.
For Virginia Tech, and so used a redshirt year in the basketball program. Now comes back to basketball as a fifth-year senior. This is him with the ball. They've got a few leaders, but he may be #1 in that leadership circle. He's been around a long time, and he can really get guys doing what they need to do, the coaching staff says.
John Calipari starts out with a 2-2-1 pressure full court. Drops back to the man-to-man.
Wilson not a big scorer. Bibbs is. Off the back of the iron, and Gabriel with a terrific rebound, and is fouled by Tyree Jackson.
Well, Gabriel give him some quality minutes coming off the pine.
Wenyon Gabriel, the sophomore from Manchester, New Hampshire, one of the few guys on this team with any experience coming back for UK.
Tell you one thing, you walk in John's office, it's incredible when you see the number of players that he had that have been drafted one-and-done players.
Quade Green for three, and whoever would have thought that Kentucky would be making more threes than Virginia Tech, and another Hokies turnover.
That 2-2-1 look is bothering them. Quade Green is their best three-point shooter. Came out of Philadelphia, was a scholastic superstar. Jay Wright wanted him badly. He said, as soon as John got involved, he said, I'm going somewhere else. I'm finding somebody else.
Dick, Virginia Tech averages 13 turnovers per game. They've already coughed it up 9 times today, but you just can't simulate the length of Kentucky when you're in practice playing against your scout team.
There's no question they're a talented basketball team. It's a matter of blending them as a unit, playing as a team, understanding how to help one another. Remember, all these guys were #1 options. Now some have got to be 4 and 5 options.
Green again. Knox on the offensive glass. And if it's Blackshear, I don't think it is. Would have been his second. They get Wilson down low for the foul. So Kentucky turning them over, getting on the glass, and maybe most improbably winning the battle on the three-point line right now. And the Cats have a 2-point lead.
You understand I am a Yankee fan. Pirate fan, too, because I grew up in Pittsburgh, but...
That was last week after their game in New York against Monmouth, and Brian Cashman, the general manager of the Yankees, and our buddy, our former colleague Aaron Boone, the manager of the Yankees, were at the game, posed for a photo with John Calipari, who says he's been a Yankee fan since Billy Martin was the manager. Loved the fire into Billy Martin. The Yankees signed C.C. Sabathia. Wow. We signed him today to a 1-year, $10 million deal. So basketball guys talking baseball, baseball guys going to see a basketball game.
Tell you one thing. You got Boone, you got Francona. All those guys go on to become managers. You never got me a job. Never got me. They worked at
you got a pretty
baseball.
good gig. You want to get back into coaching?
No, I coach here. I haven't lost a game in 39 years. Undefeated, man. Notice the politician he was, though, because he grew up in Pittsburgh. He had to come back and say, I'm a Yankee fan, but, you know, I like Pittsburgh, too.
Well, he's from Pittsburgh. Well, they're in different leagues. He's all right.
Pirates may be trading their pitcher to the Yankees.
Garrett Cole's name has come up a lot. The hot stove is heating up. Virginia Tech is heating up. Hill knocks down a corner three, and it's tied.
Tell you one thing, it's tough to get away from them because of their ability to make those threes.
That's what John Calipari said. He said if they have a rut, they being Kentucky, instead of it being 2-2-2, it could be 3-3-3. He's worried about the runs the Hokies can get on. Now numbers. Clark. And it goes.
He has that move down. He's got that move where he extends his body. He really should have given the ball up with a little bounce pass. Should have dropped it on a dime to his teammate. But you know what? Buzz says, that's great what you did right there, because now we're going to get 3.
Crowd thought he might have carried the ball. It was a very high dribble, but his hand was still on top of the ball, so no problem there. Got a lot of bounce in his game. 9 points, 7 rebounds, 3.5 assists per game in just 22 minutes per game.
the one thing they do with their incredible driving ability, they get to the foul line a lot. They create a lot of foul situations.
Yeah, Virginia Tech second in the nation in free throw attempts as Gabriel turns it over. And that's got John Calipari unhappy, and that's got Gabriel out and P.J. Washington in.
For Kentucky, P.J. Washington replaces William Hayes.
John Calipari said before the game, today is either win or learn. Buzz Williams said at shoot-around this morning, win or lose, it's learn, that they're going to learn about themselves. And in reality, no matter who wins this game, I think both teams are going to learn a lot about themselves.
They'll learn a lot about themselves, but it is an L. Any way you cut it, it's an L.
Clark with a drive, scoops it up and in again.
Tell you one thing, they got some driving athletes. I am really impressed with the level of talent they have right now, Virginia Tech.
You know, and you always talk about, and rightly so, the length and size of the bigger team, in this case, Kentucky, but can they stay with the smaller, quick players that Virginia Tech has? Green, another three.
Tell you what, those rosters aren't bothering them. He's the key guy for them shooting the three. They got to get up on his face. He's the one threat Kentucky has from the perimeter.
His second, Kentucky's fifth made three-pointer. And Hill called for the travel.
Checking in for Kentucky is Amadou Diallo.
Who said the Cats can't shoot some threes? Who said they can't make threes? Right there, 3 times. Right there, another one. Yes, sir. Lucas Alexander. Gabriel. And then we see Mr. Green.
Kentucky 5 out of 11 from three-point range. They've made more threes today than they have made on average in an entire game this year. They average about 4.5 made threes per game.
They're going to use that post, use that size.
There it is, Washington, and it rattles out. But it bounces back out to Diallo.
Pound it inside. Take advantage of your size. Pound it inside.
Knox for three.
And he made one. He's been really in a slide with the Monmouth game. He's 1 for 3 here shooting the three. But he can do that. We saw it against Kansas.
Yep. 5 different Wildcats have already made a three in this game. Blackshear inside. Can't get it to go.
Never got control of the ball.
Washington. And Knox will kick it back out. Diallo's wide open. Another one. Their 7th 3 of the game.
Hey, who said Diallo's got to learn to shoot? His stock is going up. Look at the fans. They're jumping up with joy. Oh, Big Blue Nation. They're jumping up with joy. They love their Cats. What a passion. What a sense of pride. These people eat, sleep, and drink Kentucky basketball.
A 9-0 run for Kentucky, and they're doing it by knocking down three-pointers. They got 7 already in this game.
Wow. Wow. Can't believe it.
Well, if you had said to Buzz Williams, Kentucky's going to shoot 13 threes in the first 15 minutes of the game, he'd have been okay with that because they're much more dangerous inside, except they're knocking them down like crazy. 7 out of 13 so far.
Good looking threes, too, wide open. Getting the square of the body, now challenged.
See how the Hokies respond. Virginia Tech 9-1 in the season, the only loss to St. Louis. They've beaten the likes of Washington, Iowa, and a road win at Ole Miss as Hill makes another one. And Hill brings Virginia Tech back within 2. He's into double figures.
Tell you one thing, you don't see too many offensive shows that we're watching right here.
It's fun, huh? It's fun.
Fun, a lot of fun.
Green from 17. And Virginia Tech now with a chance to tie or take the lead. Robinson rejected, ball still live. Extra pass to Bibbs. Looks off the defender, lofts it up and in. Nicely done.
I'll tell you, Bibbs is a big-time player. He's been around. He's played 4 years now. It's nice when you got players that can give you that familiarity, the rhythm.
He's a senior. Didn't play in the first 2 games of the season. Buzz Williams just said, quote, I wasn't happy with him. So he sat for the first 2 games. He's playing great since then, averaging better than 17 a game. Green into the lane, and he answers with a floater.
Hey, one thing, Green has been so effective coming off that bench. And we're wondering if he can play. They needed him, obviously, here this afternoon.
Green into double figures and Kentucky back on top by 2. Quiet first half so far for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Got Green on him. Now driving it, Richards, and that's going to go. Richards blocked it, but into the glass and eventually into the basket.
Used that left hand really well there.
So we're tied again.
Spin to the lane. Go right to the middle. Should spin to the lane. Drop step, take it to the basket.
Jump hook too strong off the glass, and 5 Virginia Tech players there protecting the glass.
He's fading away. Buzz doing a little dance on that sideline. I love the way they look for one another. Constantly looking to move the ball.
Blackshear knocks down a 3.
That's a fourth one he's made this year. The big guy, 6'11". So if you little guys can do it, I can do it too. You know what, Dan? It becomes contagious.
He is 4 for 7 from three-point range on the season, and the Hokies are back on top. Knox picked up his dribble, finds Green, 7 to shoot. Trying to go over the top, Washington, and it's off Washington, out of bounds.
Didn't have a good look there, Quade Green.
Quade Green playing several days after getting poked in the eye in the Monmouth game, playing with some protective goggles, but his vision and his shooting range have been on from 3 and from 2. What is it, rivalry week? We got Seton Hall playing Rutgers today. We got Syracuse playing Georgetown today.
Unbelievable. Seton Hall got beat by Rutgers. Incredible. That's one of the great wins for Coach Peichel since arriving on the campus. I know he's been working very hard because that's a quality Seton Hall team that they had beat.
Meanwhile, here at Rupp, back and forth, neither team's led by more than 5. Both teams knocking down threes. Virginia Tech's made 6. Kentucky's made 7. And the Hokies here on the road with a 3-point lead.
I'll tell you one thing, that three-point shot really has changed the whole complexion of the game over the years. You got to recruit shooters. You better have some guys on your team that can make that shot.
At this level, at the next level as well. Blackshear.
He split off the post.
Can't get the shot off. Bibbs from the corner. He'll knock one down.
Well, great job by Blackshear to create that. Nice pass by Blackshear. The ball goes to the post. They attack in.
Largest lead of the game.
And that's with Kentucky making threes.
Yep.
That's the impressive part. That's really not part of the Kentucky arsenal.
Gabriel from the baseline. Has Kentucky done enough to try to get the ball inside, in your opinion, and take advantage of their size advantage?
Well, I don't believe that. I think they got to go inside more, maybe work a little inside out, but use their size.
They're taller at just about every position, but they don't have a ton of guys who love getting down in the post and scoring in there. What a move by Blackshear. Timeout, Kentucky.
Nice spin move by Blackshear inside. They're a +8, and Kentucky has shot better than they've shot all year, making threes.
10-0 run, Hokies doing it from outside, and now Blackshear doing it inside.
Great spin, laying it on the glass. Here, drop step, spin. Oh my God, UB Brown would like that. He teaches that all the time.
Big time move by Blackshear, whose dad was a great player. Left Stetson as that school's all-time leading scorer. His mom played at Stetson as well, so he comes by his ability, honestly.
They're feeling good right now. Going into halftime, they're going with some momentum.
1:06 to go here in the first half in front of a big crowd at Rupp Arena. Kentucky 8-1 on the season. Their only loss in Chicago to Kansas, but they knew they were stepping up in difficulty here against Virginia Tech.
Well, you know what the coach told me yesterday on the phone? He told me, he said, Kentucky's very
Which
good.
coach?
Coach.
Buzz Williams?
Yeah, Buzz. He says, hey, let me tell you this. They're good. They're talented. But we're even going to see better talent. We play Duke and Carolina and those teams. So really, this is just getting us ready for the ACC competition.
Diallo with a runner. No, got it back, but he's called for pushing off as he got that rebound. That'll be the second on Hamidou Diallo.
But John Calipari not happy with that. He's calling out Tony Green here.
Checking in for Kentucky is
Both these coaches very animated. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I think they got robbed. I think Kentucky got robbed right there. You can't call that.
And Diallo has to sit as John Calipari wants to protect him in the last minute of the first half.
Can't call that right there. I mean, you can call that all day, what happened there.
Boy, big 40 seconds here with Virginia Tech extending the lead to 8.
I gotta believe Ralph would say nickel and dime stuff, man. Nickel and dime.
Tipped away by Gilgeous-Alexander and saved into the hands of the Cats.
Not a good entry from up on top.
They can hold it if they want to, if they realize shot clock's turned off. Just 20 seconds and now they see it.
The kid that's got to do more on the inside or drive the basketball is Kevin Knox. He has a tendency, we said in the first game, I see the same here. He stands and he's too easy to guard because he's not mobile and not active enough.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a runner. It's a 6-point game. 3 seconds.
He's going to be a very good player. Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be a very good player.
And that's the end of the first half here at Rupp Arena. Ahmed Hill knocking down some threes. One of the things that he does best. And the Hokies have the lead on the road here at halftime in Lexington. We knew it would be fun. We knew it would be fast. It's been both of those. Let's go to the studio. Adnan Berg, LaFonso Ellis, and Seth Green. The atmosphere and a great first half. Up and down. A lot of scoring, a lot of threes. Virginia Tech finishes the half on a 10-2 run. They lead by 6 on the road here in Lexington. What'd you think, Dickie B?
Well, let me tell you this, man. Shooting the 3-ball. They can flat out shoot the 3-ball, and they lived up. They're better than advertised when you talk about Virginia Tech. Amazing offensively, and they did it a variety of ways. There's the 3-ball, baby. Yes, sir, nothing but nylon. Then let's go right now. We'll show another 3-ball. There it is. Right, they're second in the nation. Now they go to the post. They show they can cut off the post. Great move by Clark to get the layup. They show they can get in transition. Running, baby. They've been running. Yes, sir. Strong drive right there to the goal. Hill, unbelievable. They score in a variety of ways. He's got his jacket off. He's telling funny stories right now to Mr. Lucky. Look at him, look at him. He's going. Look at him. Oh, is he excited? I'd be excited if I coached that team. I think he likes coming here, too. He beat 2013 Davidson, and he beat Butler here on this floor in the NCAA tournament with Marquette.
How about that? Shooting 62%, 18 for 29 in the first half. That compensated for the fact that they turned it over 11 times. Remember how loose they were with the ball early? They made 7 of 12 threes. John Calipari's Cats made 7 of 13 threes. That's why they had the lead for much of the half. Beautiful play to start the second half. Blackshear finds Robinson. Boy, they moved the ball nicely.
They really utilized the post really well. I'm going to tell you this. I said during the game, before the game, basically early, there'll be no way they'll shoot 47% from 3. Give me a turnover, man. This club, if they could do it here against this length and this size, they could do it against anyone.
Meanwhile, Kentucky doing what you said on a couple of occasions in the first half they need to do. Get the ball inside to Knox. He does drift sometimes. He's a little more comfortable facing, but they post him up here to start the second half.
Yeah, that's smart. John told us before the game we want to get him, utilize his jump shot. We want to utilize his other skills. How to post. He's a terrific talent.
That's the second on Blackshear. So key for Virginia Tech to keep Blackshear on the floor.
Well, he's the only size they have. I like the patience they show in shooting the 3, too. It's not a bunch of guys just jocking them up. He's moving the ball, getting a good shot, getting an unchallenged shot.
A huge part of Buzz Williams' offense. He told us this at shoot-around this morning. He's very big on paint touches, and they track, they call bad shot, good shot, better shot, perfect shot. And it's all predicated on get the ball inside first, then kick it back out for a better look at the 3.
Well, I think coaches really emphasize that. Unfortunately, kids don't many times take what they say. He goes to the side.
What did we just talk about? So important for them to keep him on the floor. He picked up 2 fouls in the first minute of the second half.
It's very important not to take challenge shots. You want to get a good look at that goal.
Knox inside again. Won't stay down.
That was a good move, though.
Yep.
That was a really terrific move on the baseline.
We have not seen a freshman, P.J. Horn, today for Virginia Tech, and he's in the rotation. Blackshear goes to the bench, but it's Clark who comes in, and Clark at 6'6", the tallest player on the floor for the Hokies. Robinson, no. Clark got it back. He just beat Washington to the ball. And Hill will lay it in. What a sequence for the Hokies.
I tell you what, John Calipari is a guy that believes in being physical, aggressive. He cannot be happy in that possession. No way with that size they should come up with that second opportunity.
That's just straight hustle there.
Absolutely. It's a hustle deuce.
Diallo from the corner.
Let me tell you, those Hokie fans, I was telling that man, Mr. Dyer, they're going to love this team down there in Blacksburg. This team is legit. If they're not top 25, then I've not been around basketball.
Well, if they win this one, they'll be top 25. They're receiving a lot of votes. I think they're 3 spots out, so if you will, 28th coming into this game. And if they win this one, they'll be ranked next week. Knox for 3. Got it.
He can do that. He can be a little streaky, but he can do that. And that should open up his driving game.
A dozen for Knox. The building back into it. Kentucky within 4.
This crowd will never let them get out of it. This crowd lives with this team. A little weave up on top.
Robinson the kick. Alexander Walker with a shot fake, but can't get it off. And now 5 on the shot clock. He sees it. He takes it. Rebound Diallo.
That wasn't a good possession. Didn't get anything in rhythm. Pounded inside. Pounded inside. They got no size. You got to go into the interior.
Coming up later on ESPN, a couple more bowl games for you at 4:30 Eastern. The Marshall Thundering Herd battle Colorado State in the Gildan, New Mexico Bowl. Then at 8 tonight, Middle Tennessee and Arkansas State in the Raycom Media Camellia Bowl. Both games also streaming live on the ESPN app.
We got all kinds of bowl games going on.
Time of year, great college hoops action, loaded college football schedule. Clark's open.
They find a way to get open when they move the basketball.
Knox, strong drive and a finish.
He's becoming a star here today. He's showing for the first time a lot of versatility. He's showing he can take it to the basket. Coach Calipari told us before the game, we want him to drive the basketball. And then he says, hey, Coach, do you like that, Coach? Coach, you like it? I drove the basketball, Coach. Look at that. Oh, wow.
6'9", with driving ability, shooting ability.
Came out of Tampa, Florida, Tampa Catholic. That's a 2-2-1 press.
This made a big difference for a couple of minutes in the first half. Look out, Clark didn't see the pass coming. Had his back turned.
Made the difference right there.
Over the top to Washington, and Kentucky leads.
The cat's about, baby. The cat's about.
And Buzz Williams, he's going to let him play through it. No timeout. They got it again, and a Hokies foul.
Too much dribbling against the pressure. Against that zone pressure with the 2 guys on top. You got to post somebody to the middle, and you got to go diagonal.
I tell you, he's calm on the outside, isn't he, right now? But you got to be churning a little bit on the inside.
Oh, he's churning. There's no doubt about it. He's trying to be calm, cool, and collected. He's done a great job everywhere he's been.
Kentucky on an 8-0 run.
It's been a game of runs.
It really has.
You
been
get
fun.
away, I come back on you. You go away, I come back on you. I'll tell you one thing. These teams are really finding out a little about themselves. And not just about all beating cupcakes. They're legitimate. Kentucky's going to get better and better as the season progresses. They start playing high-caliber competition, then people are going to get better and better.
Knox, 15-footer is good. What a half he's having.
He's putting a little show on now. Shot the medium-range jumper, the long-range jumper, the drive. Variety, man. He showed a little variety.
Knox with a game-high 17. Clark is fouled on the drive.
Okay. Wow. Seeing a lot of Knox here, man. We're seeing Knox. Nice little dump inside for the dunk. And Mr. Knox says, look, I got the medium-range jumper, too. Yes, sir.
This is the SEC on ESPN. Dan Shulman and Dick Vitale with you. Rupp Arena here in Lexington. And Kevin Knox putting on a show, Dick, in the second half.
Well, what I like about the fact is he's scoring in different ways. We saw him against Kansas. He scored, but it was like perimeter jump shots. Now he's starting to utilize his ability to take the ball to the basket, medium range jump shot, and he wants the ball. And he wants the ball. He was a terrific high school player, Tampa Catholic.
Chris Clark at the line for Virginia Tech. Kentucky's outscored the Hokies 13-4 to open up the second half after Virginia Tech closed the first half on a 10-2 run. That's been the kind of game it's been.
Free throw line could be big. Talked about it earlier. They go to the free throw line as well as anybody in the nation. They get fouled because they attack with what Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech red hot in the first half. Kentucky's made 5 of its first 7 here in the second half. Washington, and they've got mismatches at a number of spots, but quick hands by the Hokies. Shot clock does not reset as Kentucky gets it back. And now it belongs to Virginia Tech.
Tell you, without that size, Virginia Tech very active. Look, that's a great play right there.
But Clark called for the offensive foul. Must have used that right arm. He did. That's the call from Tony Green.
I didn't see it. But I think he's right.
Coming right at you here,
Dick. It is
Dick.
right there. Yes, there's that right arm. As soon as he stuck that right arm out, the whistle went. There it is.
So Clark called for the foul, and remember, Blackshear is on the bench with 3. He picked up 2 in the first minute of the second half. Let's see how long Buzz Williams leaves him out. Washington inside with a left hand, too strong.
Tell you one thing, they're giving him the second shot. Kentucky, a dominant offensive rebounding team, not able to get those. Nice drive.
It's a terrific drive and a finish.
He's a driver. He can make the 3. Veteran player, understands how to play their system.
And tied again here in Lexington. Richards is fouled. Tonight on SportsCenter at 11:30 Eastern Time, a deep dive into the AFC playoff picture. The impact of Chiefs and Chargers game tonight will have in the postseason. Carmelo back in the Big Apple, and the top 10 plays from the college football season. It's all on SportsCenter tonight on ESPN and streaming live on the app.
Oklahoma City starting to win some games, beat the Sixers.
That was triple overtime.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Westbrook with a huge game.
Embiid with 36.
Is he fun?
He's unbelievable.
Gilgeous Alexander back in for Kentucky. Already 16 fouls committed this half by the Hokies, so we'll keep an eye on that. Devin Wilson has returned for Virginia Tech.
Okay, Richards wanted the ball. He missed him down there in the post.
Diallo too strong on the 3. Richards a great rebound. Richards getting it done on the offensive glass right now.
Well, he was wide open on the post. They missed him. He said, "You're not going to get me the ball. I'll just throw it up. I'll go get it." John Calipari told us in his mind, without a doubt, he said, he will be a lottery selection.
He says, how many guys are there 7 feet? He's listed as 6'11", but he said, how many guys are there 7 feet, can run the floor, can block shots? He goes, there aren't many guys like that. And also when we asked him, who's the most improved player from the first day of practice until today, Richards was the guy that he mentioned. Got to work on the free throws, though.
Well, he went 9 for 9 in the game over at Monmouth.
77% of the season, and he's looking like, what is going on here?
That did not look good.
Yeah, this is not a 50% shooter. It's a 77% shooter this year.
That looked like my shot right there. Elbow was flying, chicken wings, everything. See, regroup right now. Focus with the eyes. Free throw line could be the difference in this game. Down the stretch.
Yeah.
See, a little patience right here. They're not just a team run and gun. They share the ball. They get a lot of movement. I like the spacing they get, the ball movement. They use that post. They cut off the post exceptionally well.
Robinson. And is fouled on the jump shot.
Andy Kennedy in that game, there was 16 up on Virginia Tech. On the road, and Virginia Tech came back and won. And he just absolutely sang the praises of Robinson.
Robinson to the line for 2. and a chance to put Virginia Tech back on top in a game that's already seen 9 lead changes.
One of the greats ever to play at Virginia Tech has a son that's pretty good by the name of Del Curry. His son's not bad.
Not bad. 2 sons not bad. One of them exceptional.
Yeah, the other one's good enough to be an NBA player.
Yeah.
Our guy Seth Greenberg coached there. Bill Foster, Don DeVoe was a terrific coach. Used to be on the staff of Bob Knight.
It's going to be a great scene in Blacksburg. Carolina's there on a big Monday. Duke is there on a big Monday. There'll be some great games in the ACC.
Sean McDonough will be there on Monday. I got to call him up and get me one of those games. Come on, Sean, help me out.
Knox for 3. Not this time, but the follow good for Diallo.
See, that's again offensive rebound. 41% of their missed shots they usually get. They got that length, that athleticism.
And sometimes their best play is get it up on the rim and let somebody go get it.
That was Georgetown for years under John Thompson.
Robinson, too strong off the glass, but he's fouled on the drive. Robinson making some big plays here now for Virginia Tech.
See, the reason they go to the foul line so often, they're a driving, slashing team. They're not just a jump shooting team. When you combine those 2 areas, drive the basketball and could make perimeter shots, you got really an efficient offensive system.
They come in averaging better than 96 points per game. Now, granted, some of that, some of the numbers a little bit inflated against weaker competition early in the season, but they have played the likes of Washington, Iowa, a road win at Ole Miss. The numbers will come down as they get into conference play, but this is a gifted offensive team as Blackshear gets ready to come back in.
You made a good point right there. There's no question, Dan. Numbers change. That's why early in the season it's very difficult to get a real true read on a guy's stats unless they're playing quality teams. If I were to give my cupcake award right now, there will be a number of teams that played a lot of cupcakes. What happened to Georgetown today with Syracuse?
Syracuse came back from 13 down and beat them in overtime.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they did.
Patrick Ewing's kids really have played hard. They played well. However, I will simply say this to the Hoyas, and I understand, new coach, the whole scene. Man, did you see the cupcakes they have played to get where they're at? And there's another one in the SEC. They got a reality jolt when they went to play Cincinnati, Mississippi State. I mean, so again, numbers, records are misleading until you find out when they play games like this. This is where you find out who's real, who's a fraud, who's fake. I know you're real. I'm a meatball, right?
You're
2 out of 3 is not bad.
Yes, you are.
It's not meatloaf, it's meatballs. Meatloaf.
Robinson makes the second, and Virginia Tech on top by 2. A little token pressure, but no trouble for the Cats.
They want the Cats to play a little 5-on-5, but the Cats said we missed the shot. We're going to take advantage of our size.
Diallo from 15. Got it. Boy, nice turnaround jumper.
Tell you one thing, he looks better shooting the ball. It looks like he's really worked on his shot. He looks like he's getting better.
They've got scoring options. Knox going to be that guy. Diallo going to be that guy.
Remember last year, the kid Briscoe, he was a driver, tough, defensive player. Shooting the ball was a liability. But this guy works on his shot.
How about the steal there by Gilgeous Alexander, who's averaging about 2.5 per game. And they're on the glass again. This time it's Gabriel.
Offensive rebounding. That was the first words out of the mouth of Buzz Williams when I spoke to him. Offensive rebounding. Big Blue, man, they love it. They love their bourbon here, they love their horses, and they love their hoops.
9 offensive rebounds for the Cats to 4 for the Hokies. Good pass. And the finish inside for Blackshear. Clark with the assist.
They need him. He can't afford to get another quick foul. They need him on the floor.
Boy, if you're Kentucky, you just go right at him. You try to get him out of there if you can.
Go to Washington.
They're trying. And Washington can't finish, but Gabriel says, thanks, I'll take care of it.
There they go. On the glass. Missed the shot is their best offense right now. Their missed shot. Look at John Calipari working that sideline. Offensive rebounding, baby. Size, size, size. Up you go. You miss it. And Mr. Gabriel says, thank you. There he is. All right. Kentucky on the glass. and be eligible to possibly win that car at our gala on May 11th. John Calipari comes basically every year, has donated, as you've been there, Dan, major dollars to us, six-figure dollars. He knows about having kids. A father just sent me a note. His son's battling neuroblastoma, the Wiggins youngster, Cannon. And he said, I don't want to be, Dickie V, one of those moms and dads who put on a suit every day, 7 of them, and go to a funeral. We must help battle that disease. Please go to dickvitelonline.com and get a raffle chance and help us raise dollars to battle pediatric cancer.
Well said. As much as has been done, much more needs to be done. Gala May 11th. You said May 11th in Sarasota.
Jim Harbaugh will enter it, along with Mike Greenberg and Leonard Hamilton.
Blackshear will turn it over. That's the 16th turnover committed by Virginia Tech. So some warning signs here for the Hokies. Turnover still a problem. The offensive glass has been big here in the second half for Kentucky, and the Hokies haven't made a 3 yet here in the second half.
Exactly. All those factors have been big to get Kentucky where they're at.
From down 6 at halftime to up 2 right now. To up 5 right now.
Nice little play like Knox kicking that ball outside to make that happen. Really nice little play right there. Washington showing he can shoot the ball a little deep. So
Virginia Tech still with 7 threes and Kentucky with 9 threes in the game. Who would ever have guessed that Kentucky would be winning that battle, as Gilgeous-Alexander's called for the foul his 3rd.
I know, that's really surprising. No way in the world you could have thought that. Virginia Tech shooting 47% for the year.
Green back in.
Right now, the whole rhythm and the momentum has swung to Kentucky.
It's the 4th team foul committed by the Wildcats. The Hokies are already over the limit.
Here's where the Hokies need a score in this possession.
Robinson with Knox on him right now after a switch. Blackshear inside. Yes, he has had a really nice game.
He's got some good foot movement inside. Some mobility around the basket. That was a big possession for them.
And it's back to a 3-point game as we near the midway point of the second half here at Rupp.
Knox trying to post inside, taking advantage of the size. They want to give him the ball in the box.
Pull-up jumper Diallo. Around and out of the rebound down to Virginia Tech.
That baby was in. I like the way Knox was trying to post inside. They missed him.
Robinson into traffic, tries to spin it off the window, gets it back. Bibbs from the corner. Would have tied the game. They get it back again.
Did a great job reversing that basketball to get that open look. Bibbs came up empty. Haven't made a 3 yet here in the second half.
2 teams learning a lot about themselves here in this non-conference matchup. Clark fires a pass to Bibbs. Still lots of time, and he'll get it to go. It's a 1-point game.
He's a multi-talented scorer. He can score in a variety of ways. He's like going to Baskin-Robbins, man. You get all kinds of choices.
No quit in a team coached by Buzz Williams. A lot of veteran players on this team. Not intimidated at all by coming to Rupp. This has been a really fun game from the moment it began.
It's been what you and I thought coming here. We thought it was going to be a tough, competitive basketball game. It's happened exactly as the plan said. Size would be a difference. Size can help. 3-point shot can be a difference. But we never estimated to think Kentucky would shoot the 3 the way they have.
Virginia Tech without a 3 here in the second half. So you can look at that 2 ways. They're not hitting 3s, or they're still right in this game even though they haven't hit a 3 here in the second.
And they're right in the game despite the fact that Kentucky's done something very unique this year, made 3s.
Green again, if you weren't with us in the first half, the reason for the goggles, got poked in the eye against Monmouth last week. Missed a little bit of practice, and as a precaution, they have him on, and sure hasn't seemed to be bothering him. He's knocked down a couple of 3s. He's got a dozen now.
Had 10 in that first half. And they needed him. Here's that 2-2-1 press.
Wilson at the point now for the Hokies.
John Wooden used to utilize that at UCLA. Used to change the tempo, the rhythm of the game. They like to go to that post and cut off the post.
Blackshear And a foul going against Kentucky. Crowd wanted to travel, but the call will go against the Wildcats.
Blackshear becoming very aggressive offensively. 3 fouls on Blackshear. There he is. I didn't see the walk, did you?
John Calipari didn't see it either.
I love the way they pass the basketball.
There's an example right there, but Blackshear had it bothered by Gabriel.
Gabriel did a great job rotating over.
Now Gabriel for 3. And Clark with a good rebound with a Washington right in there near him. 3-on-2. Wilson. And the Hokies back within 1.
I'll tell you, Clark made that play happen.
He's made a lot of good plays happen today.
He made that happen with the rebound, attack the rim, and find the open man.
That's his 4th assist of the game. And now Virginia Tech gets the ball back down by 1 and another Kentucky foul. 6th team foul on the Cats, the 2nd on Kevin Knox.
They got some record here on the John Calipari. An incredible home record.
You mean 141-6?
That's pretty good.
Not bad,
That's
huh?
not bad.
Yeah.
I teased him. He said, well, you know, not a lot of people expected us to win it. I said, John, give me a break, did I?
Yeah.
I said, John, you're at Rupp Arena. Nobody, you can play the Lakers here and have a chance. I mean, they don't lose on this floor.
Tipped away by Gabriel, stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And they can't convert. It'll be a held ball. The arrow will keep it with the Wildcats when we come back. Back and forth they go, and Chris Clark stepping up large for the Hokies today, Dick.
Yes, sir. Clark, he does a good job. We're going to push the ball up the floor. Now he's going to find the open man. Teammate gets a little layup, all created by Mr. Clark.
Back to Dan and Dick.
Wow, on upset alert on that
wow.
one. Thank you, Adnan. Xavier ranked 10th in the nation coming into this game today. How about Arizona State? The job that Bobby Hurley's done, and boy, they're fun to watch, aren't they?
They are. Yep. Great guard play. But that Xavier, they got a great guard in Trayvon Blewett. That game's not over. About 4 minutes left. You know, East Tennessee State, they played Kentucky. Kentucky beat them by like 17.
You saw Wichita State ranked 3rd in the nation. They're coming up next against Oklahoma here on ESPN2. That'll be another great game.
Trey Young, man, watch that kid lead the nation in scoring.
Here a good one from the outset. 1-point lead, Kentucky, as Gilgeous-Alexander gets fouled.
He's very aggressive offensively. He really is. He's got to reduce his turnovers, but he's got length. He's got to stay in school. This kid can be a really super college player.
He got cut earlier in the game and had that dealt with on the sideline. Gilgeous-Alexander with 7 points so far today. Coming up later on ESPN, 2 more bowl games for you. Marshall and Colorado State of the Gildan New Mexico Bowl. And then at 8 tonight, Middle Tennessee and Arkansas State of the Raycom Media Camellia Bowl. Capital One Bowl Mania on ESPN tonight.
John Clay Jr. John Clay the fourth rather had a great story. And in that story, he talked about Gilgeous-Alexander and what he's been doing, shooting 80-some% from the free throw line, scoring double figures, but he's got to reduce turnovers. In fact, coming into this game, he and Knox were tied with 26 turnovers.
A 6'6" point guard with a 7-foot wingspan.
He's going to get better and better as he works on handling the ball and understands situations.
Blackshear called for the travel. That'll be the 18th turnover committed by the Hokies.
That's a lot of turnovers.
I mean, between all the turnovers and all the offensive rebounds Kentucky's now getting, a lot of extra possessions, a lot of extra shot attempts for the Cats.
And taking the 3 ball has been big.
Both point guards out there together, Gilgeous-Alexander and Green.
But Green's actually playing the role of the point guard right now. He's moved him over. We got 2 more hands.
Knocks down another one. Boy, is he having himself a day. 14 now for Quade Green.
Quade Green, again, he can make shots. He's the leading 3-point shooter. Show the medium range shot. Now every possession is starting to get bigger and bigger for the Hokies.
Virginia Tech still has not made a three in the second half. A tough two there for Blackshear.
Nice little two-man game right there, going to Blackshear on the interior. It's amazing. They have not made a three. That's incredible.
Yep. Made 7 in the first half, as did Kentucky. Kentucky's added 2 more to their totals here in the second half.
Average 10 a game.
Shot clock at 8. Diallo with a tough one, and it'll go.
They show a lot of patience offensively for a very young basketball team. Remember, all these kids basically playing high school last year. They're playing in high school a few months ago.
5-point deficit for the Hokies. Same play they ran last time and the same result.
Unbelievable. 2 times in a row. Little two-man game. Isolate that side of the floor. That's an old theory in football. They can't stop it. Just keep running at it. Vince Lombardi was a master with the Packers.
Green the lob. Richards. And Blackshear just a little bit of a push down low to pick up his 4th foul.
He's got to make a decision right now. 5 minutes on the clock. Does he keep him on the floor? You're down. This is the only big guy he's got.
Well, what would you do, Coach? You said you wanted to coach again. What would you do right now? You leave him?
I'll leave him on the floor. I really would. I'll leave him on. I think he's taking him out, but I would leave him.
Hill's getting ready to come in, but we'll have to wait till after the first free throw to find out for whom.
They really become small now. And I think Kentucky has a lot of little discipline to them here in the second half. They've been doing a much better job in their offensive execution. Make that free throw. 9 for 9 against Monmouth.
He'll trying to find out who he's supposed to take out. It'll be Wilson, so Blackshear is going to stay.
I agree with him. I think it's a good move. Keep the big guy on the floor. There's no tomorrow, man.
1 of 2 for Richards. And a lane violation.
Wow. Can't do that late in the game. Can't do that late in the game in a 4-point game. You got to think.
See the frustration now in the face of Buzz Williams.
I don't want no moral victory, man. He didn't come up here and say we played them tough.
Another lane violation. I think this one was on Clark, but I thought he stepped back out after he stepped in. I don't know about you. I've never seen back-to-back lane violations, I don't think. Watch Clark on the right. Puts in and never comes back out. Never got the right foot back out.
What is he doing? See, little things like that come back to haunt you.
Well, and this is part of the problem of dealing with 6'9", 6'10", 6'11", on the offensive glass all the time.
Trying to get the advantage.
A little jumpy.
You're trying to get that little advantage.
Yep.
The winner's edge. That's what life's about. Get the winner's edge. Focus. Think positive. Be aggressive.
He might have been in there again, but he made the shot. Blackshear might have been in early. Little sarcastic applause from Buzz Williams.
Trust me, that was sarcastic applause.
Yes, absolutely.
He was not very thrilled and happy with that. Bibbs has been real quiet. Kentucky's done a good job defending on the perimeter on that three. Give them credit.
Robinson has it swatted away by Green. It stays with the Hokies.
One thing I like about Robinson, he's not afraid to try to attack and make plays. The perimeter defense of Kentucky has been really outstanding here in the second half.
And Buzz Williams has his veterans in right now, his upperclassmen. Robinson fouled.
They're playing small ball now rather than free ball. Hokies playing a little small ball.
Still have not made a three here in the second half.
Calipari looks to his staff, to the day and company.
Great matchup for you tomorrow. Holiday Hoops back on ESPN, presented by Zales. North Carolina and Tennessee, a couple of ranked teams in Knoxville 3 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow on ESPN. It got noisy in here, but Robinson knocks down the second one.
Forget about football tomorrow. Watch that hoop stand. It's been a heck of a game. Roy Williams' kids getting better and better, and Tennessee an improved team.
Blackshear's gone to the bench, but still, Buzz Williams stays with his veteran players as much as he can. Diallo for 3.
What a big 3 by Diallo. I tell you what, he's shooting the ball with some confidence. Great reverse pass. Oh, these passionate fans. Oh, do they love it. Danny Boy, they love it, Danny Boy. Oh, man, Kentucky basketball, a way of life in Lexington, Kentucky. I love coming here. You kidding me? Watch this. Look at reverse the ball. Who said they're shooting better threes than Virginia Tech, who's second in the nation?
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Zales. 'Tis the season to save and sparkle more than ever. And Land Rover, above and beyond.
All right, Adnan, thank you. Happy holidays to you. A 7-point lead here for Kentucky with 4:43 to go. The Wildcats keep making threes, and the Hokies haven't made one here in the second. Buzz Williams didn't like those back-to-back lane violations. The extra free throw point that Kentucky got. A season-high 10 made threes by the Cats today.
Well, you know, his concern was, could we get open looks from the 3 with the length of Kentucky? Second half, they have not been able. They've taken 5 threes. Kentucky's locked up defensively, but they've been effective around the basket as they were right there in that possession.
Blackshear with a nice move around the bucket to bring him back within 5. Remember, he's playing with 4 fouls.
Tell you one thing, who'd have ever believed that Kentucky's making 10 threes here versus Virginia Tech?
Knox might have gotten away with a walk. Absolutely. Follow for Washington.
He got away with a walking violation right there. Kentucky taking advantage second half on the glass. What they do well. Rebound.
Doubling up Virginia Tech now on the offensive glass. 12-6. Foul on Washington. And a timeout on the floor. 3:54 to go. Cats up 7 here at home. And there will be a number of storylines, but maybe none as important or potentially as surprising as the way they've shot the 3 ball today.
Well, 10 for 21. They got 3 out of Diallo. That's big. That's a big one right there by Diallo. They got 2 out of Knox. They made 10. Nobody could have believed it. We said the 3 ball was going to be big, but we thought it would be reverse. We thought
it's not that they're a terrible 3-point shooting team. They shoot about 35% as a team, which isn't great, but there are teams worse than that. But they take so few. They only take 22% of their shots from 3-point range. That's the lowest percentage in the nation. But Virginia Tech, by design, said, okay, take your threes. We don't believe you can make enough to beat us, and Kentucky just might.
Coming in, they made 41 threes versus over 100 for Virginia Tech. Second half, their 3-point defense has been very effective as they're not allowing Virginia Tech to get some looks from the 3. They had 5 early in this half, and they haven't taken a 3 in a while. They've just been pounding the ball to the interior.
Blackshear 1 of 2. He's got 18, and it's a 6-point game.
Quante Green has really come up big. He got eye injury, didn't stop him at all when he came off the bench. Very rare to get a bunch of young kids like this show the kind of patience that they're showing. And you turn over there.
Clark leading the break.
He's very high in his dribble.
And an offensive foul. Is it Blackshear? It is. A moving screen down in the paint, and Blackshear has fouled out of the game.
Big, big moment right there. That's a big plus for John Calipari. He's their only size they have. Gonna take a look right here. Can't get away with that. Absolutely. He moved right into the defensive player. See right there. Made contact, whistle, sideline, number 5.
Taking their time getting somebody back into it to be Wilson as Buzz Williams continues to stay with his upperclassmen. He's got freshman options. We haven't seen the freshmen much at all in the second half.
Talk about small ball now, man. They have no size at all.
Yeah.
You're Kentucky. You got to play really cerebral here and take advantage of that size on the inside.
Kentucky's got 3 players on the court taller than anybody the Hokies have out there.
Seems right. Knox could be big. Shoot right over the top of people, taking it to the basket.
Good defense. It'll stay, though, with Kentucky.
But it was a smart play. At least he went aggressively toward the goal rather than drifting, shooting a jump shot.
Ten on the shot clock. Green banks it home.
How big is he, man, Dan? He's been absolutely super here.
He has 16 for Quade Green, playing with that eye injury.
I'm telling you, I'm really impressed with the difference in watching Kentucky now versus that Kansas game.
Well, it's a very young team. They do figure to improve over the course of the season. The first made 3 for the Hokies in the second half. Justin Robinson.
And he got a wide open look. And that was one concern. When I talked to Buzz Williams, he said, can we get open looks against their length and athleticism? Have not here in the second half, but they did in that possession. You don't want to get too passive here.
2 officials blowing their whistle at the same time. Wenyan Gabriel called for the foul.
You don't want to get too passive. Still a lot of time on that clock.
And back for Virginia Tech now. Well, the 2 cousins are coming in. Gilgeous-Alexander returns for Kentucky, and Alexander Walker returns for Virginia Tech.
They'll be battling for some bragging rights, baby. Who wins this game? They got a love for each other. You can feel it when I was talking to them before the game. Now here goes big possession now. You get 2 minutes on the clock. Big possession.
Alexander Walker all the way to the bucket. It's a 3-point game.
Nice drive by McKeel. They've been really effective driving the basketball at the bigs of Kentucky.
2 minutes to go.
Look at Knox wanting the ball inside. They're going to be looking inside. Too much on the perimeter. He makes things happen, this kid, yeah.
Washington, no, but a foul. And the Hokies players, specifically Chris Clark, pleading their case, I think more to their own coach than to their officials, looking for some support here. Fourth foul on Clark.
Washington, who had a big game in that Monmouth game, but these are big free throws right here. Look at the animation. He learned that from his guy working with Tom Crean. He was a little animated.
I think Tom Crean's on that game after us today.
Oh, is he on the
Oklahoma-Wichita State game.
That's a good game. Trey Young. You got the kid that's great, Landry Shamet from Wichita State. The Shockers are for real, man. They are terrific. What he has done with that program, Marshall, is amazing. Got a 4-point game, a little coaching going on right now. Look at John doing a little coaching.
Gabriel the foul for Kentucky, and they'll walk the floor to the other end.
That was a silly foul. Absolutely silly. Not going to get away with that with a referee on the baseline. Here it is. The game is so close. You stop the clock. I mean, it's just really not. You got to be cerebral, man, when you play. You got to think.
Virginia Tech, a good free throw shooting team. Just under 75% as a team this year. And Clark, who's at the line now, is 79%.
What I like about Clark is toughness. He is tough. Comes off that bench with purpose.
Green got his coaching, coming right back into the game.
Great day for college basketball. Some
Absolutely.
Great games. Notre Dame, Indiana, Syracuse, and Georgetown. Boys get their first L.
Purdue got a win over Butler, right? Played them earlier.
Purdue, really good basketball team. Didn't show it up in the Bahamas, but they're good. I love Villanova. Villanova's terrific.
1 of 2 in a 3-point game.
Quade Green now is going to take control and manage the clock, and he's going to do good shots here. You want good shots with each possession. There it is. That's a good
All
shot.
alone underneath Washington to Knox. How did they lose him?
Great look inside. Terrific execution. Hey, don't tell me these kids are babies. These kids know how to play.
They're growing up, too.
And they're growing up.
Yep.
They get better and better and better. Watch out, the SEC.
Hill knocks down a deep one.
Big time three, baby.
His fourth of the game.
And the three ball is so big when it's effective for them. We got a great one, man. Here we go.
Into the final minute of regulation, Kentucky with the ball and a 2-point lead.
I do a two-man game with Quaddy and also with Knox. I get Knox and Diallo.
Here he comes.
Knox and Diallo.
Almost lost it. Diallo from the corner. Yes!
Boy, has he grown up. Has he grown up. 4 threes he's made.
Their 11th three of the game. Now a block by Washington.
Terrific defense by Washington. Cats in great shape. It's their game right now to win this, baby. They're sending a message. They're sending a message loud and clear that we are legit. We are. Look at Diallo. I'm telling you, his stock and bank account is going to go bing, 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 making threes. Because the rap on him is can't shoot the ball.
Well, he's an attacker. He's an athlete, but he's made 4 out of 7 threes in this game. He adds that to his arsenal. He's going to be a star.
And big threes. Yep. He's made 2 major threes here.
Off a broken play, too, where Knox lost the ball, tipped it out to Green, extra pass to Diallo.
You know, win or lose here, both these teams are legit. I mean, come on. These are 2 good basketball teams. Look at this guy. Coach, you're in the Hall of Fame, Coach. You won a few games. Relax, Coach. Relax. You're not making $18,000 a year like you did at Mass. You make that per day. They love him here, man. There are many guys who can handle this job. This is one of the toughest college jobs in America.
35 seconds, 6-point game.
Sometimes the passion the fans have, it's passion to go forward.
That timeout was called before the contact. There's no foul.
Oh, come on, guys. Don't need that. Come on, we had a great game. Don't need all that stuff. Just play. Finish scoring.
Well, we got a timeout on the floor. Let's find out what's happening elsewhere. Back to Adnan in the studio.
All right, thanks so much, Dan. Just want to update you quickly. East Tennessee State and Xavier, with Xavier up by a couple. DeSante Bradford puts it up, but no good. Blewett had 18.6 boards as Xavier wins. And Michigan State locked up in a good win to Oakland, but starting to pull away a little bit. Josh Langford's got 14. Nick Ward has 15 points and 15 boards as well for Tom Izzo's Spartans. And coming up next, the third game of our triple header here on ESPN2. It's Oklahoma and Wichita State. Shaq Morris, who Seth Greenberg was raving about earlier. You'll see him in action just about 5 minutes from now. Back to Dan and Dick for the finale of Rough.
All right, Adnan, looking forward to that game. We've enjoyed this one. A lot of great action around college basketball today. And really, through the first 6 weeks of the season, it's holiday season. You're going to play Santa and tell us who's been nice so far.
Well, I'll tell you, tell them be nice. Think about it right now. We got some great young type of dandies, and we saw one here in terms of Barnes. I mean, take a look at Trey Young. You'll see him next game leads the nation. Sexton is terrific. Duval at the point. Diallo makes 4 threes. SEC is got stock going up. Arizona State, TCU, Jamie Dixon, undefeated. Tennessee with 1 loss, plays North Carolina tomorrow. I mean, it is an exciting time for college hoops. Forget the scandal and all the nonsense. You're still playing the games, and it's exciting.
There's a guy who's on John Calipari's nice list right now, Hamidou Diallo, who's made 4 threes in the game, has 19 points, and Kentucky up by 6. Virginia Tech with the ball, 33 seconds to play.
Right now, you want to lock up at the Kentucky and don't allow them to get a look at the 3. Don't want them to make the 3. Play extend, make them drive the basketball. Match up, get really up top.
Hill. Not this time for him, and a great two-handed rebound by Washington, who wraps it up and draws the foul.
That was a tough 3. It was a challenge 3. It was a great rebound.
Well, Virginia Tech, even if they head home with a loss, they have learned something about themselves. This will help prepare them for conference play. But, I mean, they didn't come here looking for a moral victory. They came here looking for an actual victory.
They're good. They're a good basketball team.
Yep.
They're as good as advertised. In a lot of games, people in Blacksburg are going to love this team. This guy, he earns his dollars. There's a saying, genius is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. And he perspires, man. He perspires.
Diallo back in for Green.
I got to get you out here and speak one time at motivational seminar. I talk about those things.
Yeah.
I've
been to a couple of your speeches.
You have?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah. Hi, I'm Dan. That was me.
That was you.
One of two for Washington. The 3-possession game, though.
Kentucky finds a way to lose this. You got an investigation.
And they'll wrap up Diallo, commit one more foul, send Kentucky to the line again. But the Cats, who were down at halftime, made their threes, played tough in the second half, got on the glass, and they've earned this one.
They really did. They did a terrific job. The game plan, really containing the 3 ball as well as they can, came out and made the 3. That, to me, is the big story.
Yep.
The way they shot the 3.
11 out of 22 from three-point range.
50%.
Let's get a quick update from Adnan.
All right, coming up next, we got Trae Young and Oklahoma facing Wichita State. Of course, Young has been fabulous when it comes to filling it up. We'll see if he can get it done. Dan?
Hill knocks down to 3 from the corner to extend it just a little bit further, but it's all academic, really. A 5-point lead with just 8.7 seconds to go.
Adnan talking about that game with Oklahoma and Wichita State. Really interesting battle. Those 2 guards can play, Shamet and Young. Young has not met a shot yet that he doesn't like. He can really shoot it from all over. Leads the nation in scoring. This kid showed a little versatility today. Bounced back from the poor performance against Monmouth.
1 for 9, 7 turnovers against Monmouth. That's his 20th point here today.
What I like about it is the way he scored. He scored in a number of ways, not just shooting jump shots. It's a big win for Kentucky.
Very big.
Big win,
Yep.
psychologically, emotionally.
They got UCLA and Louisville coming in their next couple of games. That will do it. Kentucky 93, Virginia Tech 86. Cats win here at a run. Really good game and a nice performance. 3 Cats with 17 or more. Got another good one coming. Oklahoma, Wichita State. Rich Hollenberg, Tom Green, take it away.